Hi, it's Jane, and it is a Saturday afternoon. Boy, I have been doing quite a bit in the house. A lot of it is cleaning. I've already been out and cut some of the bamboo and done a little bit of weed eating before it started raining again, so I came inside and now I'm kind of doing inside stuff. But I have to tell you, it's been a really interesting day. Um, when I'd gone to the food bank this week, they'd given us two big, huge bunches of organic bananas. And as you can see, they're starting to turn. I know I can put them in the refrigerator and they will slow it down for about a week or so. But normally what I like to do is I like to use bananas in my smoothies. And generally what I do is I will freeze them. So I need to go through that whole bunch and get them ready, get them, in different small containers, not small containers, small baggies, freezer baggies, so I can get them frozen, that kind of thing. And sometimes I just chunk them up, and put some in a regular Ziploc baggie, so I can pull that out for each smoothie. And then put all of that inside of a Ziploc freezer bag. So, cheating. Of course, nowadays everybody's carrying on about microplastics and you don't want to and all this. And I'm like, well, it's too late. We've been doing plastic in my life for years and years. So if I have them, I have them. So sometimes you have to look at things like that, right? Sometimes that's what happens. But they also gave us a load of Roma tomatoes. And I do mean a big container of Roma tomatoes. So I need to process those, probably chunk them up and determine if I'm going to do a little canning process so that I can can those tomatoes after I get them done. Haven't decided if I'm going to turn tomato paste or what I'm going to do with it. Tomato sauce, something. So that'll be an afternoon, evening thing, to go on with. What else have I got to do? Finish cleaning. I walk through the house and I find little tufts of fur, so I need to clean that tufts of fur. Cats are crazy. Are you staying hydrated? I know I am. I had done a short video about doing mixing different drinks, and I had done the video showing you the drinks that I'd picked up from Dollar Tree earlier. And Dollar Tree and Dollar General. But one of my favorites is to mix Tang and the Sun-Kissed Orange together and then top it off with a little bit of vanilla syrup on the top. And that's what this is, so it's kind of like a creamsicle. You could add a little bit of cream, heavy whipping cream, maybe a smidge of it, or even half and half, or even milk. Kind of give it more of that milky sensation. But this is just plain water, so. And I like it. It's delicious. I need to finish this up. This is from yesterday. So I can move on to my new drink that I just made, was the unicorn flavor. And unicorn flavor says it is a hint of cake frosting, blue raspberry, and a hint of cotton candy. Did mix that up and taste it, and it is delicious. It's in the refrigerator chilling right now. My lunch is in there chilling. I had made a salad. It's basically off of, I follow this gal on Facebook, Raquel or Rachel, Raquel something. She does a lot of Mexican weight loss videos. I'll try to remember to put a link to her Instagram or the reels that she's putting up, or even her Facebook. But she has quite a few that I find interesting. Some of them I've done for years because my first husband was Hispanic, and so I learned a lot of cooking from his mother, as well as tried a lot of different things that I found out there along the way. Also, I grew up in New Mexico, so I had a lot of Hispanic mothers who, once my mother passed away, passed on some cooking skills. Let's just put it that way. So, and this one she had done, it's a salad, a chicken salad to put on top of toasted corn tortillas, the low-calorie ones. And I do have some of those, so I thought I would try that. So I have got the marinade on my salad. The only thing is, her salad, she has cilantro in it. I don't have any cilantro. Not going to the store to pick it up. I don't really care for cilantro. It's okay, but I don't find a big bunch of it is worth purchasing because it goes bad, In my house, it goes bad too soon now. And I think she had, can't remember what else, vegetables she had in it. Carrots. I don't have any carrots, but I did have some cucumbers. I have cucumbers, bell peppers in it, and the lettuce, some onions, green onions, whatnot. Sometimes you just mix the salad the way you got it. And I do have some shredded chicken. So I'm going to put the shredded chicken in there, mix that all up, and that'll be probably lunch and dinner. Who knows, may go farther than that, because I don't usually stack them high like she does. And lots of times she also puts a slice of avocado on there. Do have some avocado. I don't know if it's ripe. I have to test it. But yeah, that's kind of what's in the crock pot, or shall we say in the refrigerator, marinated so I can get the flavor in it. All right, hang on. Had to change the battery. But anyway, on that salad, she does make a vinaigrette, and it's pretty easy vinaigrette. I think the way she has it, she has you put 5 tablespoons of olive oil. I have to 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, some half a tablespoon of oregano, a little bit of black pepper, the juice of 2 limes, and then some jalapeno juice. And did she put cilantro in it? Let me look and see. Did take a screenshot. Yeah, the vinaigrette is just basically 5 tablespoons olive oil, half a tablespoon oregano, half to 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar. I usually like it a little bit more. A little bit of half a teaspoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon vinegar from the pickled jalapenos, and that is optional. I don't have pickled jalapenos, so I didn't put it in at all. And 1 to 2 limes, the juice of 1 to 2 limes. I don't always have limes, so sometimes I'll substitute lemon juice, and yeah, I use the concentrate, or I'll use the lime concentrate juice, or if I have a key lime, because I go back and forth with those because I make a lot of limeade. It's one of my favorite drinks. So you mix that all up, you shake it up real good, pour it over your dressing, pour it over your salad that has your chicken in it. Let it marinate for at least about 30 minutes. And then it's ready to eat on top of crispy tortillas. So, I'm going to give it a shot and we'll see how that goes. So while I'm waiting for it to do that, I thought we would crochet a little bit. And I'm going to crochet on this. Working that through, and we're still on that burgundy color and brown. And it's I'm kind of warming up to it a little bit. This right now is giving me vibes that it might be more of a male Afghan, Lapghan, so it'll be what it's gonna be. I guess I should put another progress marker so I know where I'm at. Those are all on this side, so let me grab one. Since I did that Mexican meal, maybe it's appropriate to put my skull on there. Although I can't get it off. Can't get it off, so we're going to use my hookers on the high C one. There we go. So I'm going to use that. But that's kind of what's going on my neck of the woods. And I have to tell you, a little earlier today, Vernon and I were playing fetch. That's his favorite game. And he starts out the day and wants to end the day and spend most of the day playing fetch. I, however, do not want to play it that often. So anyway, I go into the bathroom to go tinkle because, you know, drinking all this water, you gotta go tinkle. So I get in there and he comes in and he kind of comes up on my knee and puts his paw up and does this. And I look down, he brought that mouse into the bathroom. That cat, he cracks me up. He just does. Izzy, she has been rather interesting. Lately, when it comes time to go to bed, she'll lay down on the bed and she'll kind of lay to where she thinks I'm ready to wipe her rear end. Because face it, Izzy is chunky. She has a hard time cleaning herself. So her mama has to do it for her sometimes. So I get the baby wipe and wipe her rear end, and sometimes she'll tolerate it for a little bit. Other times she's like, I'm done. But she's been funny because she's kind of getting used to that routine and allowing me to do that. I will tell you, the other day, I did get their nails partially trimmed. Ronan is a battle. Izzy is a little bit of a battle. So, and it's just me, so I don't have anybody that I can wrap them up in a towel, hold them like a burrito to help with that. So it's, you know, I got to figure out a routine to do that. I did have someone send me I want to say it was a reel off Facebook or Instagram, where someone had used a hair clip over the meaty part of over their shoulder blades, like where the mother would pick them up. They were still kittens. And I do know that when Izzy, she likes to be petted and loved and all that kind of stuff. But then she starts getting rough. She wants to bite and play bite. And I don't like that. So many times I will just grab her by the scruff, hold it for a second and tell her no, and then she'll back off. She knows that that's a no-no. So, you know, I'm wondering if maybe one of these times when Ronan catches himself up here on the thing and I'm petting him, loving on him, and he's slinking and sliding all over my lap, that maybe if I tried that with him, with that hair clip, I wonder if that would work so I could get his nails clipped. He is pretty stubborn, and I'll tell you, the video that I posted, I want to say maybe it was Friday, yesterday, where at the very end I show him up on the window pulling himself up. What you don't see is his back nails, where he's trying to figure out a way to dig into the door to pull himself up. Now this door is not wooden. The door is like a resin wood compost. I think that's what they call them. Basically, it's just a resin door. That's what it is. So he's not really able to get his nails into it. And I've often thought that since it is a double door, that maybe on that one side of the door that's very rarely opened up, maybe I should put a small table so they can jump up onto the table and look out the window. I just haven't gotten around to get a small table for him to do that, or maybe a footstool over there. Maybe one of those storage footstools. But then, of course, if I get a storage footstool, these two will be trying to claw it since they don't go outside. And there's a reason I don't have them go outside, because one, the bears. Two, someone told me there is a coyote up in here. I have not heard it. Usually you can hear them cry at night or making certain noises, but I do know that they will go after cats. They are meat eaters, and they will go after cats if they think they can get them. Plus, I don't want to have to worry about ticks and fleas. You know? And of course, anytime I open up the door, these two, terrified of the outside. They're curious, but they're terrified of it. When I clean their litter boxes, the litter that I get is biodegradable. So I take it off into the nether parts of the yard, where the bamboo is. Drop it off there, so kind of spread it out a little bit. And yeah, it does degrade pretty quickly. It doesn't take but about a month for it to degrade completely away. And I may be feeding the bamboo. I don't, but that's what I've been doing lately anyway, trying to take care of that issue. But I generally leave the door open as I go out the side to clean it up. So, yeah, they have a healthy curiosity, but at the same time, they are frightened to go out there. If the wind blows and they see a leaf blow towards them, they take off running in the house. So I guess that's a good thing since I don't want them outside. And it kind of reminds me, Thomas and I, our cat Caitlin, there was one year Thomas had gone to a GSA meeting in Denver, Colorado. So I was home alone, and I I had a craft table that I'd rented out for a weekend in Roanoke, Virginia, at one of their flea markets. So was loading things up in the car, and the door kind of flew open, and it was in the morning. I mean, it was dark outside, and so Caitlin snuck outside, and she was sitting out beside the car, and I was trying to coax her into coming back in, and she took off onto the other side of the car, and I started to go around the car, and as I got around to the other car, a leaf fell from a tree and hit her. She took off flying for the house. So that's kind of what they remind me of whenever something blows by or comes by. Although they are curious about the robins, and I think it's funny. I have a robin on this side of the door and a robin on the other side of the door that both put nests up there. Now they keep flying in and out of the nest, so I was hoping the babies had already left, because cats haven't been hanging out by the front door. Generally, when the babies are in the nest, they hang out by that front door and constantly, sniffing. And of course, Ronan has gotten into this thing where he wants to see out the window. And part of that is because he sees the birds fly. Can see the shadow go past. So at least I think that's what it is with him. But, yeah. So I've been reading comments. I have not commented on all the comments because I need to sit down and do that. And I just haven't had time to do that yet. So and I noticed if I go into the analytics where the comments are and I heart and thumbs up and those kind of things, then when I go to the actual post, they never show up. So I don't know why I'm doing it in YouTube Studio when they don't stay there, and it looks like I'm not reading any of your comments. I am, and I love seeing the different comments that you do and have been leaving. So do know that I do read them. Generally, I try to stop and once a week read comments. And I have started that series with doing things Healthy You with just regard into things around being older adults. That is one thing that I'm focusing on right now. I am looking into a couple of other topics, doing some research for that, and getting everything ready for the for those videos. Just got a text that I was invited to some kind of tea, and of course I haven't seen it. Oh, okay. So I'm answering. So I need to send a message. It was about a tea for a couple that is, they're having a bridal tea for them. So I had answered yes, I was going. And then I didn't put it in my calendar on my phone. And so, of course, I immediately forgot all about it. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you, it just isn't. Some things that get skipped and all that kind of stuff. I did tell you about the handsaw that I'd gotten, and I will show you it, which I thought was interesting. It's a nice little handsaw. It is kind of heavy. They say it's only 4 pounds, but it feels a little bit heavier. But supposedly, look at my scalp and the hair. Supposedly, it comes with all this stuff, and I didn't realize it did. Came with a pair of safety goggles, and I wear a pair of safety goggles all the time outside. Comes with a screwdriver, Phillips, because you do need to change the tension sometimes. Pair of gloves. I don't know if these are, I mean, they just feel like regular gloves. They don't feel like they're safety gloves. You know, sometimes safety gloves have a little bit of added oomph to them. I do have a pair that I use in the cutting room sometimes. You know, the sewing room cutting. But that's only one glove. You only put it on the hand you're not cutting with, so you don't cut through your hand. And then they also send you an extra saw chain. And then supposedly it includes a bottle of oil. And then when you go back and read it, it doesn't say bottle of oil, it says 1 oil bottle. There's no oil in it. So you have to get the lubricating oil separate. I did think that was kind of funny. And the cats have been all over that box because they love smelling it. And of course I've been outside, cut some of the bamboo with it. And it works well. And I'm thrilled that I got it. It'll also help with some of the smaller branches that fall here and there so that I can get those cleaned up, that kind of thing. I'm sitting here looking because I have in front of me, I have a tote that has those project bags in it that I need to kind of go through as well. And as I mean go through them, start working on some of them to get them a little bit more finished. Maybe I'll put that by the front door there and see if he gets up on it. Of course, if I put some t-shirts that need to be cut for t-shirt for the ropes for Operation Christmas Child, he'll get up there and lay on it. So maybe that'll work. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, see, mine's going back and forth. Well, I think that is about it. My salad is probably ready to munch on. So I am going to go have a little bit of lunch, and I will talk with you soon. Everybody have a great weekend, and I hope that it's not rainy where you are. I teased about living in Pennsylvania yesterday. Some of the gals thought that was funny. But before I let you go, I do have this hometown. There are 6 of these in the Honolulu pink, and I'm trying to figure out something to do with these. So I have 6 of them, and I thought about taking the 200 crochet stitches and finding a stitch in here, and maybe making, I don't know, a wrap. I don't know if I have enough for a wrap. I don't know, just a thought. What do you think? Give me an idea. Appreciate it. But somehow that seems what we've had a lot of rain, so. But yeah, I'll see you again soon, everybody. Do something kind today. And spend a little time crocheting or knitting, or even just crafting, whatever kind of crafts you do. All right, bye.